Hello YouTube world, welcome back to my channel. This is Marco G on Motorcycles Tips and Trips. Today we're going over how to take this apart and put it back together. I have a video called The Forgotten Oil, and we're referring to the fork oil, when to change it. Also, I have a video on there how I took this off the motorcycle and how I have a video how to put it back on. Also, I have a video explaining how this works when it's apart. So follow me. Okay, we're back. Now, before we take this apart, I just want to remind you that when you take this off of the motorcycle, if you haven't seen the other video, there's an upper clamp here and the bottom clamp on the triple tree. You need to loosen this up on most motorcycle so you could release this top cap. You have to break it loose. You're not taking it off. Now, yes, this is a Suzuki Boulevard motorcycle, but this works on any compression and rebound fork. And this works the same with Indians and Harley Davidson. They're all the same principle. So here on the Suzuki Boulevard of 2001 to 4, this cap is just a cap, and underneath there is another cap that holds the spring. These from 2005 and up this is under compression. So on these, you want to break it loose. You're not taking it off. It's under pressure. Suzuki Boulevard has a pretty much strong spring. Pushing is pretty hard. Some are easy. You could use your hand to put it back on and twist it, but this is on a little bit more pressure. So I had to mention that so you'll don't forget that. I'm going to take this off. This is just I call it a dust cover, the bell housing, and there's one in the fork already. And all this does is just to protect it, and it did a good job because you look at this seal here and it'll look like there's nothing wrong. There's no leaks. The only thing I don't have is not compressing. The viscosity is broken down completely. It pogos when I slam on the brakes. So that's why I'm replacing these. When you wait to it, when it starts leaking, you waited too long. So follow me. Okay guys, I want to show you a tool that I made. I bought this at Harbor Freight. This is a wood clamp for carpentry, and this is what I use for a vise to hold my pole in. I added this 2x3 right there underneath so I could clamp it on the vise. I took a 2-inch hole cutter like they use for the doorknobs, and I measured the pipe and I added just a little bit more on there, like an inch, like 3/4 piece of wood, and then I drill it because I want to make sure I have enough clamp, not free. So I was just sharing that with you. So okay, let's move on. Okay folks, we're back. To loosen this, before you take it off, I advise you measure from top down. I'm just getting this out of the way just to make sure you put it back normally. 9 out of 10, there's going to be a mark there. No matter what, it's going to stay there. You barely can see it, and this is where you put it. But to be on the safe side, go ahead and measure it. And this Allen, don't know what size it is. I'm sorry, but all I can tell you is the one that fit. So this is what it looks like close up. There's the Allen side, and then we got a little rust in that area. Hope you can see that. And even though if I could buff it out, it's going to still be there. And I could do a great job take it off, but I'm not. It's not important because this is going to ride here. This is all that's going inside in the piston here. That's all. Everything else is just going to be clamped in the bell. All right, hello everybody, we're back, and what's happened here, I lost the sound of this video, so I'm talking over a tip here about using this steel wool here that is 4/0. This steel wool will not scratch metal or glass. This is 4/0. You got to make sure it's 4/0. You could buy it at Lowe's or Walmart. I use that to clean pipes or brass, and it does a great job. I use it on windshields to clean gunk on their sap, and it won't damage it. I also use this product here from Blue Magic. It's a metal polish. It's a great product. You will love it, and it works great on any types of metals. Over here is aluminum. Just want to let you know that this aluminum here is coated like a rim on a car. So you got to be careful what products you use on there. Don't use 409, you'll damage it. You could use kerosene to clean it. It won't hurt it. I also use Blue Magic lightly. If I see it's oxidized, it looks bad, it will polish it up. So be careful on this bottom part. But I'm telling you, you will love that steel wool 4/0 because it won't scratch it. You won't need to use sandpaper, and use that Blue Magic polish. You'll love it. So let's go on. So follow me. Okay guys, here we are with this. This is simple. I like putting the paper on this just to protect that. It's good, but that's me. So we're going to put this on here and set it in. And we already broke it loose. And you spin it. And then this one has a seal. I'm ripping the excess. And when you see the seal, that's when and always point it away. And this time I'm going to stand up because do not use a wrench, because you got to take the wrench off. You won't have a good grip. And I'm spinning this. Okay, I see the rubber seal there. I don't know if you can see it. That means now I'm getting close. That means do not push down hard, because this is going to sink down. You're fighting it. But push down so it won't come at you. So hold it and spin this. See, now this one has a little more oomph. When you take this off, just check it. This seal needs to be replaced. So that's out, so I'm putting this here. So, and here's the spring. So a lot of them are shorter and you can push down with hand, but this one is a little rough. So let's go from here. Okay, I'm ready to go. I forgot to mention, this is the other fork. I'm laying it out position so when I take this apart, I can remember I have it in the right sequence. So that helps a ton. So I'm taking this and you have to get used to it. Let me go a little bit higher. Right there. That's holding there and tighten there. That booger is not going nowhere. Okay, now I got to jump around because what next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to remove the bottom. When you move this first, it'll drain, and most of your oil is draining out. It makes it a whole lot easier. Then I'll take this off. It's a shortcut. Okay, here we go. I had to raise it up a little bit. Oop, wrong side. This clamp is awesome. Remember, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. That's loose. Pulling that out. Get it back in there. Get this jar. You can use whatever. I'm using a jar for video sake so you can see how nasty it gets. Oops, messed up there, and it wasn't ready for it right, but you take it out of there, let it drain, and and we just let it drip. And I'm going to clean up this mess. That's all you got to do. Loosen that, just hold it. It came out faster. I should have raised it up. But sounds like it's raining now. But that's how you do it. This clamp holds it. Just wait. That saves you time there. And I'll be back. I'll be getting some coffee. And then when I come back, we're going to take this apart. Real simple. Good idea, huh? Okay, I'm back from my coffee break. Here we are. This is the screw I took off. Normally I have a bigger jar container, but got this so you could see it. And that's why I splattered, because it comes out of the side and I've forgotten. You just need a bigger bucket. And when you take this off, this is the bottom. As I have this other fork set there, I'm just placing that in order. This brass fin has to be replaced because this brass washer is copper, and it's just like on brake calipers. It works as a seal. So we're going to loosen this carefully. I should have had a paper ready for myself, but I didn't. Okay, so when it's normally extended, it's like this. So when you take this spring out, now that I drain it, normally if you're not doing it that way, you got to shake it and make sure you don't splatter. Take this guy out and bring it down, and remember how it was. I know the spread on this motorcycle was on top, the tight coils on the bottom. Every motorcycle, that's the only difference. Every motorcycle difference. Best to get a manual and find out exactly. Normally, the way you take it out is the way it go in. The only difference is if the person that did it didn't pay attention and put it upside down. You'll know when one fork is different than the other. Then you're like, oh, that's not good. So I'm going to lay this in that direction. I'm going to move this over, and I don't think there's not a drop left in there. Put your hand in here, because I broke loose when I took the screw out, this valve out, and the spring, the compression rod and the spring. This goes right here. I'm going to take this, excuse me a second. This is still dripping. Wow. Bring this around because I don't want it to fall. I just need that to hold it. It's going to be like that. I'm just going to clean this while I'm here. I need to get more cream. Pull this spring. And anytime you take something apart, just look at it real quick and make sure everything you could tell if something's scratched, messed up. The spring goes here. And I'm placing it back in here because it's part of it. Next step, I use this 5-way. So I stick it in. Let me tighten this guy here for now. Now, let me show you real quick. Remember, I had that video of the forgotten oil. Here it is. You're supposed to see through this thing. Now, this has a red tint. Maybe this oil was red, but you're supposed to be able to see right through it. But look at that. And look how nasty that is. Now, that's broken down. The viscosity of this thing is nothing. Look, it drips like water. So that's why I'm saying you should not go over 10,000 miles before changing this. Change it before that. My motorcycle requires 3,000 miles to be the oil change. Every third oil change, I should replace the oil. And you can see there how, okay, I have this hole in this. This is a seal. I like using a 5-way. You could use a small screwdriver. I call this a 1,000-way because really when I use this for many things. And it's sturdy and it goes underneath tight situations. places. See, I use this side to pry. There you go. This is the dust cover. Now this is first up here, so just got to remember this is going to go right here because this is on top. This is the top, like this. This is going to be in the bottom. We could even do this. The next thing, there's this spring in here, or they call it a spring. It's a clamp that holds it in place. You pop these, and that's where I like these 5-ways is better. So, come on. It just holds in place. You don't have to worry it's going to fly like. And that is out there. So, move this over and just let's make sure there's a little bit in there. There is, but not much. And let's see if any more come out. No, so I just got to separate it. And all you do is just pulling. Now we got to make sure the clip is out and the bottom screw is out. And there you are. That came out. Here's the pipe. Now this is the main seal that doesn't allow the fluid out. Some has spring on both sides. I'm going to show it up close. This is more of a hollow in there, and this side is not. You see the spring there? The newer one comes with a spring in there. See, there's a spring. But the hollow side, that goes down. You got to remember that. So I'm having this pointed up. This next thing is this washer. Pay attention to this washer. You don't want to get confused. It's really simple, but if you forget, one side, this is how it came off, is just flat. The opposite side is a little more smoother and beveled on the side. You want the bevel side, the smoother, on top of the bearing. Well, the bearing's in here, the upper bearing. This is going to rest on the upper bearing. That's the lower bearing. And the smooth, flat side is for the bearing. I mean, for the seal, to sit a better seal. So just remember that. So this guy I'm going to wipe. Well, here he came off. Wow. Yeah, this one is wore out, you can tell. Wow, that's a lot of play there. That's why. So this is the upper bearing, and it's like what like a crankshaft has in a motor, the piston bearing, all that. Wow, this thing has some nasty stuff. Oh, this was pretty messed. Wow. This one, don't go, we want to mess that up. But you could tell on this one how uneven it is. There's smooth stuff. There's a coating that I have here, even on the inside. But mostly this, but you could tell this one is roughed up. So it needed, I don't know if you could see that, but it needs to be replaced. So that goes there. That's the order. The cap, dust seal, the lock clip, the oil seal, the washer, top bearing, lower bearing. Top bearing is going to go in here. Lower bearing is going to go there. The bearing just keeps it from moving around. See, the marking is still here. I don't know if you can see, but that's for that part there. So Also, you need to inspect everything. In here, there's also a valve system in there. I don't know if you can see that. That's part of it. That's why you have the hole that helps pump that out. So I'm going to place this booger there. Next, there is one more piece in there, and we're going to catch it. And this is called the oil stop. And this goes on the bottom. So that's all how you take it apart. This goes here at the bottom. It's going to rest in there and stay in there. So this is going to be like this. So this screw is what screws this and keep these from secure. Once you tighten it, it keeps it secure. This stays permanent without moving. So there you are. That's how we take it apart. So we're stopping there, and we're going to go to our next phase of putting it back together.